Welcome to Snow Day Central's winter forecast. Are you guys ready for this? It's going to be a good one. Okay, so start off by looking at last year. Last year was a La Niña. It was a very strong one, in fact. At a negative 1.5 sea surface temperatures in the Pacific, but it didn't give off really regular La Niña pattern, regular La Niña conditions in the United States. For the first half of the winter, the southeast and the eastern part of the country really experienced colder temperatures than usual, which is not really typical for La Niña. But as the season progressed into February and March, conditions went back to normal with southeast ridge building up and less snow and cold in the southeast. But let's review this year. First, let's look at the factors. You got your ENSO or ENSO, and this year is going to be a La Niña. It's not going to be as strong as last year, and right now we're in La Niña phase, but we don't know how strong it will get. Some models take it down to almost the levels of last year. Some bring it up to neutral, but really, I think we should be at a -1 reading for the La Niña this year. So I don't really like it when forecasters like AccuWeather, the Weather Channel, when they release their winter forecast, they really use the La Niña too much, because La Niña is not the biggest factor for winter. It's a big one, but it's not the biggest one. Really, other things can intermingle. Like last year, we had negative AO and negative NAO, which really outdid the La Niña and caused cold to come into the east and allowed Arctic air to come down into the southern United States. This year, I see a negative NAO and negative AO, and that's going to be a big driver for the winter, but it's not going to be as strong as last year. Last year, the negative NAO was really, really, really strong. This year, it's not going to be as strong. It might actually get to neutral for some of the winter. So really, our conditions from last year and this year, it's going to be similar, but not that similar. For the QBO, it's going to be probably negative for most of the winter, which can also influence the NAO to go negative. PDO is probably going to be negative most of the winter too. So now, let's get to your regional forecast. Okay, let's go to our regional forecast. So I'm going to first off show you the temperature outlook for the entire country. And as you can see, northern part of the country is either slightly negative or it's going to be really cold up there. And most of the areas that are probably going to see warmer than normal temperatures will be southwest and part of the southeast. Texas is not going to really see relief with their abnormal temperatures. Now let's see if Texas is going to see relief for the drought. Probably not, unfortunately. If you look at my precipitation forecast map for the winter, this is all the months combined, you see that it's going to be something called the Pineapple Express in the west, and Oregon and Washington and parts of Northern California will really see above average moisture. And same with the eastern part of the country. We'll see some of the northeast will see really above average precipitation, but most of the northeast will see above average precipitation in general. And parts of the Midwest will also see it, and southeast, it's going to be about average. The rest of the country, it's going to be about average. Yeah, let's get to the regional forecast. Region 1, as I showed you, I really see an average winter except for Florida. Florida is probably going to have above average temperatures and below average precipitation, while the rest of the southeast is going to stay average. In December and January, we could really see a couple of cold snaps, and that cold air really diving in. That's our best chance. And in February, that southeast ridge is going to build back up, and it's going to put us back in above average precipitation, but we're going to stay above average with our temperatures for the rest of the season. But the Appalachians in Georgia and Tennessee will see a good winter. I'm pretty sure about that. We see a bunch of snowstorms, maybe even get above average snowfall. I think the southeast is in for 1 or 2 chances for snow, but that all really depends. It only takes one storm to really bring the southeast their average snowfall. Speaking of the southeast and their snow last year, let's show a little clip from last year's January storm, and let's see how the southeastern folks were really faring that weather down there.
Get out! Get out! It's on fire! Get out! Your car's burning! Get out! It's on fire! Huh? What are they in now? Holcomb's talking about.
You know what? I'm gonna say not that great. Not at all. Now let's go to Region 2, which is the Northeast. Northeast. Well, last year was a good winter for most of you. I saw a lot of snowstorms. And I see this year as another good year for snow. Really, the pattern for storm tracks really has a lot of storms coming up the eastern seaboard, which will, and cold air diving down from Canada will really mix in and create good conditions for snow. And this year, while we might not have as much, lake effect snow will be a big factor this year around western New York and western Pennsylvania and even Ohio. We always see that lake effect snow coming in above average snowfall. And well, let's go to our reporter and let's see how we're doing up there in New York.
It's crazy. Mad snow everywhere.
Okay, that's enough. It's pretty crazy out there. Wait, you have something else to say?
Park is crowded. Snow, flooded with snow.
The streets are flooded with snow. How's that possible? Okay, let's go on. Now let's go to Region 3. We're gonna see a lot of snow over here, above average precipitation. It's gonna be a really bad winter for you guys, especially Chicago. Might see 20 to 30 inches above average. Okay, Region 4 is really this is the average to below average for a lot. So precipitation-wise, it's going to be below average for southern Texas and Arizona. And let's see what's happening in Arizona right now.
Yeah, he's over. One guy's over. Yeah, 2 guys are over, and the third one ran back. He left the hook. He left the hook. The hook! Hey, you forgot the hook!
Okay, that was a little too much. I'm sorry. That was a little too racist. Okay, so let's go on and see neutral conditions really for Colorado and Utah and Nebraska and Oklahoma. Now let's go to Region 5. California, well, we'll see that Pineapple Express really take effect in there, and we'll see some good snows in the Rockies and in Nevada, so go up there for to the ski resorts. But California should stay not average to a little below average. Go to Region 6. It's going to be bitter up here, bitter cold. I'm talking about 0-degree temperatures. It feels like it's in the negatives, even like -20, -30. It's going to be a lot of those days this year, and we're going to really see above average precipitation and above average, and below average temperatures. So that should really factor into create a big mess for the winter. I could even see Seattle getting a couple of snowstorms this year, which doesn't usually happen. And well, I wonder what they're going to be doing most of the winter. Let's show that. Yeah, I wish I was them. I live in Atlanta. It doesn't really work like that. Alright, well, that's the winter forecast. Thank you guys, and tune in soon for Snow Day Central. I'm going to be posting videos every time there's a big snowstorm. I'm going to be showing live feeds and stuff like that, so stay tuned.
All right, here we go with the water now.